Whoa, freaky dicky! This is the band Massive Attack. Actually, I don't know anything about the band, actually. I don't know, maybe I'm missing out. I do like the old Prodigy and stuff, so whoa, maybe I need to have a look. I don't know, maybe I don't. Maybe you can help out with this, because I need help, because are these the sort of guys who would put this stuff up to serve as a warning? Or does this mean something else? And the reason I ask that is because there's been mixed views. This is Massive Attack, who put, as you can see, these facial recognition boxes of, and again, it's out there in regards to different opinions and theories in regards to who those people are, whether they're made up, whether they're people from the crowd. But the general feedback is that this has been done to serve as a warning, that they've done this to highlight the sort of future that we are expecting to go into, the mass surveillance, the facial recognition, the digital ID, all of it. So do you know Massive Attack? Do you know much about these guys? Because let's face it, you know, the whole idea of the old biometrics and the digital IDs, dependent on what country you're from, is dependent on where you are in regards to the, let's call it, agenda. That's such a nice term, isn't it? It's the agenda. What agenda? There's no agenda, mate. What are you talking about? It's super safe, super effective. Everybody's safe. Everybody's convenienced up. There's no agenda. Just for now, I'll call it an agenda because it's just easier to sort of categorize it like that. Because, I mean, what is an agenda? An agenda is a kind of, let's look at it as a kind of process type system, in a step process where it starts somewhere and then progresses on. Okay, what we could do is we could, I'll speak anecdotally because it's important to do that. Here in the UK, we're just talking about digital IDs now. Whereas, say, China, for example, people are already being refused train journeys. See what I mean about kind of the step, tippy toe, that tippy toe effect, if you like. So you could, sorry, for anybody who's talking super safeties and super conveniences and the fact that you're an idiot for even questioning this stuff, sorry. Because I think it's, you know, I think it's important to be able to do it. What Christian stuff? Shut up. Shut up. Yeah. And where you are on that spectrum of agenda. Because this stuff has been around for longer than maybe people believe. And I'll share a bit of a Beyonce thing from literally a couple of years ago. Yeah, and I don't know if you remember as well. I know there's actually, we'll come on to how weird these concerts are and stuff anyway, right? Whoever they are. They're all a bit weird. We'll come back to that. But in regards to that facial recognition, digital ID agenda, we're all at different stages of it. And here in the UK, we're just talking digital IDs to link it all together, to make our lives super faster, stronger security, better fan experiences. I'm just reading what they say about all this. Right now, I promised you a bit of Queen Bee, didn't I? So let's do that. In fact, let's bring up what this was about. I don't know. I'm about to share some footage with you of Queen Bee herself that could be interpreted as a bit of social engineering, perhaps. And I don't know where people get that from. I don't know why celebrities would be used to spread and promote any form of agenda. I don't know why that isn't even an idea. It's such a crackpot idea that we are brought into this stupid system, and from a young age educated to believe that because people sing a little bit like that on stage, yeah, most of them are crap and need that auto-tune to sound anything real, yeah, or anything near anything that the pitch you'd want to hear, and let's not go into pitches and frequencies, but anything close to something you might want to listen to in your free time, They have to auto-tune these freaking idiots up to the max, right? Where was I? Celebrities, that's it. Why would you use them? Why would you use people like that, where we're brought up in the system to make us believe that there's some sort of demigod, that whatever they do and say, I must follow. Shh. Why would they do that? It's such a crazy idea, I know. But anyway, this is maybe related, unrelated, I don't know. Either way, I'd like to play it. I like that song, but copyright and all that. She knows. She knows. She knows. She knows. Context of this. Let's talk through it very quickly. Queen Bee is sitting there, like throne-like, like literally a queen, being served by a robot. Some sort of kind of reddish drink. Let's go with wine. Being served by a robot. Now, some say, and of course, you know, maybe this is the more sort of cynical side, perhaps. But some say that they do serve as some sort of social engineering. It just so happens to sort of correspond with everything that's happening now in regards to bringing in the more robots. So actually wanting to bring more robots in. And again, we're all at different stages, aren't we, guys? You know, we're all at different stages, aren't we, in the world? You know, maybe there's places in the world. I think there is, isn't there? I mean, we've seen the footage of the Tesla robot serving the popcorn, so they're kind of getting there. Maybe there's places in China. Japan seems to be like one of them places that would have robots serving you stuff. But it's certainly, I'm going to use that word agenda again. You know, I'm going to do it again. Sorry. But in regards to the agenda, it appears that robots are a big part of that. And using the likes of Queen Bee to sit there queen-like, being served a drink by one, may get the masses thinking, if she's getting his drink served like that, then surely that makes me like king-like if that happens to me too. Yeah. But very quickly, wrapping this up, concerts are pretty weird anyway. I've thought that for a long time. You won't catch me at one. It's a kind of louche spectacle. Yeah, it's a very strange energy type thing, in my opinion. And when you also factor in things like, I mean, what was it that happened at the Taylor Swift, where there was loads of feedback, like people couldn't even remember being there, and the media put a right good old spin on that as well. They were like, oh my God, people were so excited. People were so excited, and they couldn't believe the experience they were experiencing, so they just forgot. Yeah, because that sounds super normal, doesn't it? You loved it that much, you completely forgot about it. Yeah. Don't compute for me, that stuff. So yeah, I'd avoid these things anyway. But there you go. Massive Attack. Are they shedding a bit of light on the future? The dystopian future. Ta-ta.